In the heart of Whispering Woods, where the trees whispered secrets to each other and the shadows danced in the moonlight, there stood a campsite. It was said that once the sun dipped below the horizon and darkness swallowed the land, the woods came alive with the whispers of the past and the echoes of forgotten souls. A group of adventurous friends, Sarah, Mark, Emily, and Jake, decided to test their courage and spend a weekend camping in Whispering Woods. They arrived just as the sun began its descent, casting long, eerie shadows among the trees. As they set up their tents and kindled a fire, Sarah noticed how the forest seemed to draw closer, its branches reaching out like skeletal fingers, eager to ensnare unsuspecting wanderers. Mark laughed off her unease, attributing it to the wild imagination that often accompanied stories of haunted woods. As darkness descended, they gathered around the crackling fire, sharing ghost stories and laughter, trying to drown out the unsettling whispers that seemed to drift from the depths of the forest. But as the night wore on and the fire burned low, the woods grew silent, as if holding its breath in anticipation. Suddenly, a chilling wind swept through the campsite, extinguishing the flames and plunging them into darkness. Panic seized their hearts as they fumbled for flashlights, their beams casting eerie shadows that danced among the trees. In the darkness, they heard it, a soft, mournful wail echoing through the woods, sending shivers down their spines. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest as she clutched her flashlight, its feeble beam barely piercing the thick veil of darkness that surrounded them. "We should never have come here," Emily whispered, her voice trembling with fear. But before they could make a move, they heard the sound of footsteps, slow and deliberate, crunching through the underbrush. With bated breath, they listened as the footsteps drew closer, each one echoing like a death knell in the night. Then out of the darkness emerged a figure, a specter cloaked in shadows, its features obscured by the veil of night. Sarah's blood ran cold as she watched the figure glide towards them, its movements unnaturally smooth and silent. With trembling hands, Mark reached for a branch, brandishing it like a makeshift weapon. "Stay back," he warned, his voice quivering with a mixture of fear and bravado. But the specter paid no heed, its empty gaze fixed upon them with a haunting intensity. And then, with a voice like the whisper of the wind, it spoke, a single word that sent chills down their spines. "Leave." The word hung in the air, heavy with menace and warning. For a moment they stood frozen, paralyzed by fear and uncertainty. But then, as if spurred by instinct, they turned and fled into the darkness, their hearts pounding with terror. Through the tangled undergrowth they ran, their footsteps echoing like the drumbeat of impending doom. But no matter how fast they ran, the woods seemed to stretch on endlessly, its twisted pathways leading them deeper into the heart of darkness. And then, just when they thought they could run no further, they stumbled upon a clearing, a sacred grove shrouded in mist and moonlight. In the center stood a lone oak tree, its gnarled branches reaching skyward like the arms of a forgotten deity. With nowhere left to run, they huddled together beneath the ancient oak, their breath misting in the chill night air. And as they waited, trembling and afraid, they heard it. The soft, mournful wail echoing through the darkness, a lament for souls lost to the depths of Whispering Woods. For in the heart of those haunted woods, where the trees whispered secrets to each other and the shadows danced in the moonlight, there lay a darkness deeper than any they had ever known, a darkness that hungered for the souls of the living and would not rest until it had claimed them all.